Hey guys, I just wanted to preface this review with the following statements. First off, I'm not trying to channel the angry video game nerd or any of those other reviewers that get really upset. I'm not trying to rip off Joe, Spoonie, or Bennett. I'm genuinely upset at this game. I hate it from the bottom of my cold black soul. The other thing I wanted to say is I'm not a 2K fan. I've never played any 2K games. The only NFL video games I've ever played was Tom Landry's Pro Sports Football back in the DOS era, and Madden. Always had it on the SNES, had it on the PlayStation, and now the Xbox 360. So that's really my only frame of reference when it comes to console NFL video games. So when you listen to this rant, and believe me, it's more of a rant than it is a review, I just want you to understand where I'm coming from. So enjoy the rest of the video. Madden 11 is the worst cheap corporate cash-in video game that I have ever come across in all my years as a gamer. It reeks head to toe of being a marketing-driven, licensed cash-in game. The lack of innovation or even minor technical improvement is so obvious, so frustrating, that you will feel absolutely cheated of your $60. This game is fucking awful. I'll tell you why. First, the initial loading screen is completely ass-backwards retarded. It plays an audio-clipped video with Drew Brees in it. It then shows you a loading screen, then it tells you to press start. After that, it loads your Madden profile and connects you to the EA servers. From there, to just simply get into a quick game, you have to press down and A. That's 4 button presses to play the fucking game. Who designed this? There was no thought going into this. There's no reason for this. None. You skip a video, have a loading screen, press start, only to wait at another loading screen from the very beginning of the game. You can easily tell that zero thought went into the actual experience of playing Madden 11. Let's take a look at the menu screen itself. First, what is up with the cheap stock photo? There's no Madden branding here. Nothing telling you that yes, you're playing the Madden football game. Just a static image of some football action with some cheap DirectX effects applied over a texture polygon. From the start of the game to the menu system, you're presented with nothing but videos and images of the New Orleans Saints, and the menu system uses the stock NFL photo. Congratulations, EA. If I had popped this game in as someone who has never played Madden before, I would actually think I was playing New Orleans football 2009. Next, there's the What's New. Who cares? Seriously, EA, who the hell cares? I can sign up for fantasy football on NFL.com? Why, thank you, Madden 11. Thank you very much for telling me that the NFL has fantasy football. I thought that's what your fucking game was supposed to be. There's other what's new items that change from time to time, but who the hell cares? This is just another cheap monetization tactic from EA, and it reeks. I have one complaint about the Play Now menu. Where are all the advertised game modes? I can access exhibitions, Super Bowl, the AFL. Where's the NFL? Where's my team? How do I play a season? Franchise mode? What about the much advertised Superstar mode? Where in the hell is everything? Why is the Xbox Live menu separate from the Play Now menu? Why not shrink it down to one menu item, Play Online, and stick that in the Play Now menu? Why are there 2 online modes in a menu? What's this on-demand garbage? Redeem code? Why is any of this not in the Play Now menu? I won't even go into the online code redemption. Let's just say it's yet another way EA monetizes its games, by forcing used gamers to pay an additional $10 on top of the game they already bought. And believe me, folks, EA is fucking you, and they're fucking you hard. There's a menu item dedicated to Ultimate Team. Isn't this another heavily advertised feature of Madden 11? Why does it get its own menu item? If it's just another method of playing the game, why isn't it in the Play Now menu? The Games Mode menu item finally lets you choose how you want to play Madden 11. We get Franchise Mode, Madden Moments, Practice, Minigames, Virtual Trainer, and Superstar Mode. Once again, I have to question the usability decision here. Why isn't this in the main Play Now menu? After that, we have My Madden, which includes everything else, from the Madden shop to game settings and player creation. Look, the menu system is completely and utterly broken. This mess is something you would find in Microsoft PowerPoint, not a video game. This shit needs to get cleaned up. Now, I could go through the menu system and explain how to fix it, but I'm not going to do that unless EA pays my $500 hourly consulting rate. For now, let's just go to an exhibition game. We'll set the gameplay to my skill and play the Giants against the Eagles in the rain, and believe me, every single one of those options is going to be very important later on in this review. Right off the bat, the first thing that needs to get fixed are the models and the faces, and my god, this shit is bad. The ground is nothing but a flat textured polygon. The models are flat and ugly, and the faces are all wrong. To quote my friend Rolo T, Eli Manning looks like he's taking the angriest shit he's ever taken in his life. The same holds true for Kevin Kolb. The faces of the quarterbacks are entirely wrong. Has anyone at the Madden art department ever seen a football game? Quarterbacks are some of the most relaxed players in the game. The only time I've ever seen a quarterback shit-inducingly angry is when the O-line consistently fails to protect him or someone royally screws up a play. Why are quarterbacks never that angry? Because being a quarterback requires a lot of thought. If you're angry, then you'll overthrow the ball, throw it into triple coverage, and lose the game. Next, who the hell modeled the coaches' faces? Tom Coughlin looks like the most generic old white guy you will ever see. And when in the hell did Andy Reid drop those 300 pounds? What else stands out? The very low resolution stadium. This is pretty bad. Now, I know I'm probably wrong here, but I can pretty much count the number of polygons used. I understand that there are technical limitations here, and making sacrifices is necessary, but this is just nasty. The stadium looks like a high-resolution PlayStation 1 game. As I said before, the field just looks like one flat polygon with a generic texture layered over it. Fantastic. You don't see any footprints. No dirt ever kicks up. The turf doesn't get mangled. Now, technically, that's fine. The Meadowlands isn't natural grass, but what isn't fine is the lack of any interaction between the weather and the turf. The rain never changes direction. There's no wind, so it feels like exactly what it is, a graphical overlay. Water never splashes up, puddles never form, uniforms don't get wet, and the crowd, oh dear God, the crowd. Where do I begin with the crowd? This crowd is unfucking believable. I know it's common for the crowd in sports games to look like low-resolution cardboard cutouts, but I've seen more varied crowds in NES games. As I write this, I can count the number of different fans in the stadium. 3. 1 opposing team fan and 2 home team fans. The only difference between them is the number on their chest. They're all wearing jerseys. The rain seems to have no effect on the crowd. There's no umbrellas, there's no ponchos, they're all wearing the standard clothes. The worst part is that each cardboard cutout does the exact same thing at the same time. The opposing team cutout jumps up and fist pumps at the same time. Home team cutout number 1 all sits down at the same time. Home team cutout number 2 all boos at the same time. Come on, EA, this is pathetic. This is something I would expect from a cheap Super Nintendo game, not a $60 Xbox 360 game. It's horribly distracting and needs to be fixed. Moving on to the actual game, we'll take a look at the kickoff. We've got some problems here that need to be addressed. The first thing that strikes me, what's up with the kicking direction arrow? I can't tell what angle I'm kicking the ball at. No, seriously, it looks like a line with an arrow pointing straight up. EA, you need to take a fucking design class. You're not working in a 3D medium. The problem here is that the game is presented in 2D. The arrow is 2D. Even if you can move the arrow in the pseudo-third dimension that exists in the game, the viewer has 0 point of reference as to where the arrow is pointing. You need to do something to correct this, EA. This breaks one of the fundamental mechanics of the game, being able to kick the ball. You need to give the player a point of reference here. Having the arrow cast some kind of shadow is the easy way out, and really isn't the best method. What would work better is having the camera angle change when you're adjusting the angle of the ball, so you can see where the fuck you're kicking. And oh my god, is that the kicking arrow in the Titantron? Oh, come the fuck on. You were able to remove every other overlay, but the kicking arrow is being displayed in the Titantron? So you're telling me that in the world of Madden 11, the crowd and the opposing team can see exactly where the kicker is going to send the ball? Are you fucking kidding me? One more thing about the kickoff. Could the players stop bouncing around so damn much? Or if they must bounce around, do they have to use the same bouncing animation as everyone else on the field? Can't there be a little variety here? I hate to break it to you, EA, but special teams players do not bounce around that much while they're waiting for the kickoff. Sure, a couple of them bounce around before the kicker hits the ball, but not all of them doing this distracting bouncing shit. Alright. After kicking the ball, other things I noticed include the cameraman not moving with the action, the crowd still doing the exact same thing, which seems to be a random combination of standing and sitting, and the sidelines. Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck is up with the sideline? Who are these generic people standing, kneeling, and sitting around? Why is the texture of the helmet so broken? Who are the two Spanish people, the black guy and the white guy standing in trousers? Are those supposed to be the coaches? Where the hell's Tom Coughlin or Kevin Gilbride? Jesus, what the fuck is this? Why do both sidelines look exactly the same? Why the hell do the Eagles and the Giants have the same coaching staff? Are the NFL players nothing more than clones with different jerseys? Talk about a lack of any effort. Why don't they react to anything happening on the field? Why can a play go right through them and nobody move out of the way? What is this half-assed bullshit? Alright, let's talk about the gameplay itself. There are two ways to play this game, either through game flow, in which a very generic male voice tells you what the idea behind a play is, or the classic Madden way, in which you struggle to go through each menu and find a play. Game flow is completely useless. Completely and utterly useless. It acts as if you took the Ask Madden system from Madden 98 and beat it over the head with an iron pipe. It's horribly retarded. The opening defense of the game, it suggested, was a cover 3 deep. Cover 3 deep. First down against the Philadelphia Eagles. For those of you who are not football fans, this is dumb for a few reasons, not the least of which being that the Eagles, by and large, are not a first down deep threat. While they've shifted away from being a run-first offense, they're still not going to open the fucking game up with a deep pass. What they would most likely do, though, with this being the first season with Kevin Kolb behind center, is either run the ball or do what they're built for, a short to medium pass. Putting in cover 3 deep in that situation is just saying, here you go, Philly, you take the first down. I'll give Madden some credit here. They executed the first play exactly as they thought they would, a short pass to the outside. The yards after the catch netted in the first down because GameFlow was too drunk off its ass to realize that you don't need cover 3 deep on the fucking Eagles in the opening snap of the game. And my God, it gets worse. Much worse. There are several situations where not only does GameFlow fail like a drunken father trying to drive his kids to school, it takes a sharp right turn off a bridge. Like in this situation. First down, 1 minute left in the game. What does GameFlow recommend? Quarterback kneel. And that would be the right choice, except the opposing team has all of their timeouts remaining, and it keeps recommending QB kneel even after the other team uses all of the timeouts. Then on fourth down, it recommends that you punt the ball away. What the hell, is my offensive coordinator betting on us to lose? Some people have claimed that GameFlow is a great addition to Madden as it streamlines the game. Bullshit. You know what GameFlow is? It's an addition for fucking morons like John Funk of Escapist Magazine, who only plays games by mashing the A button all day. Aside from GameFlow, another thing that's broken is challenging plays, and EA really dropped the ball here. Take this situation. Ball is snapped. Quarterback drops back. Quarterback hands off the ball. Running back takes the handoff. Running back looks like he's down, but no whistle sounds. Ball comes out, fumble on the field. Linebacker is in the backfield, scoops up the ball, and takes it to the end zone for the touchdown. You challenge the play. Now, in real life, you would challenge any number of things in this scenario. Things that are either directly or indirectly related to the fumble and the recovery return for a touchdown. For example, if you felt you've thrown the red flag in error, instead of being charged a timeout for wasting a challenge, you could challenge that the offensive line did not line up off sides. You could have wasted your challenge, but you saved yourself a timeout in case you threw the red flag in error. So, I felt that Jacobs was down by contact. In fact, the replay on Madden showed that he was in fact down. I pulled the trigger through the red flag. Surprisingly, I did not get a menu, and instead the game automatically decided what I was challenging. The return for a touchdown. What? The defensive player had a good 15-yard lead on the nearest offensive guy chasing him. He clearly ran into the end zone. Why in the fuck would I challenge that?
No, I wanted to challenge that Brandon's knee was on the ground. Why in the fuck would I challenge a defensive player that didn't cross into the end zone? Why couldn't I select which part of the play I wanted to challenge? I just don't get it. Why is it that the last event to happen is the only thing that gets challenged? Just to make sure I hadn't smoked a large amount of crack and shot a very large dosage of heroin directly into my cock, I decided to use the challenge feature again. This time, I was sure I could challenge the spot of the ball. In fact, I knew that by simply looking at where Jacobs had stretched his arm to, I could get the ball